Good morning, students. Today in Standard 9 English Literature, we are going to do part 4 of the lesson, The Best Advice I Ever Had. Part 4 of the question and answers. We have completed Comprehension 1 and 2 and will be moving on to Comprehension 3 and other exercises at the end of the chapter. Comprehension 3. Yet in law, we women were still recognized only through our relationship to men. I'm sure you read this line in the lesson. Why does the speaker say so? Yet in law, we women were still recognized only through our relationship to men. Who is saying this? Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Why is she saying this? The speaker is bitter that in spite of being a woman of caliber means one who can do things, who took part in the freedom struggle of the country, according to the Indian law, she had existence only in relation to her husband, in relationship to her husband and not independently. Nobody recognized her as an individual, but she was recognized in relation to her husband. What is the mood of the speaker while speaking the above words? Is she very happy about it? Definitely not. She is bitter? Yes, she is bitter. She is both angry, bitter, and frustrated. Frustrated is like getting irritated. No one can harm you but yourself. You've heard this now so many times. Who has said this? Gandhiji, right? Identify the speaker. You've already done it. Who is the speaker addressing? Whom is he talking to you? You, the students? At large, the students may be, but whom is he speaking to immediately? Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit. What does the speaker mean by the words above? What does he mean by it? The speaker advises every individual to be in control of himself or herself. Only when there is self-control can one control others or any situation. If I myself am not controlled, how can I take care of anyone else? Isn't it? Only when I know how to control myself, how to deal with it, will I be able to help. It's like saying you go swimming and the person who went with you fell into the river, but he didn't know swimming. Will you also jump in order to save him? You will take him and both of you will drown. But if you know how to swim, you will be an asset to him. You will be able to bring him back. Similarly, in life, if you know to take charge of yourself, taking charge of yourself is not losing yourself to anger, hatred, irritation very easily. I struck back with the same weapon. Have you read this? Yes. Who said this? Yes, this is Vijayalakshmi Pandit. When did she say it? Yes. Who is I and who did the speaker strike back at? Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit is the speaker. She struck back at the opposing delegates at UN. What was the weapon used by the speaker? Did she take a gun or something else to beat someone? What was the weapon? There's a word for it. Harsh words. Words which will prick more than an arrow. Means very, very rough, hurting words. What was the need to strike back? What was the need to strike back? Was there any need to strike back? Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit's opponents made personal attacks that were harmful to the prestige of both Mrs. Pandit and her nation. She was angry because they cursed India also and they cursed her also. So she could not control herself and she started giving back to them. In India, we still attach importance to these things. Who said this? Gandhiji. Who is the speaker? Correct, you're right. When did he say this? When did he make this statement? What things is he talking about? Courtesy and decency. Correct. When did he say these words? When Mrs. Pandit refused to make peace with her relatives. Correct. To him, means were as important as the end. What is means? It is not meaning. Means here is not meaning. The way you reach your goal. How you reach your goal is the means. What you do to reach the goals. Who does the words to him refer to? To him refers to Gandhiji, right? And what is important according to him? The method we use to achieve our goals. What way you go. Like suppose you want to buy a chocolate. There are two ways. One, you ask your parents for the money. They give it to you, you go and buy and enjoy it. Second is, without their knowledge you steal. Take the money, buy the chocolate, eat it. Where is the satisfaction more? When you ask, because you are not scared you'll be caught. There is no guilt. You wanted to eat, you expressed your desire. Your parents were ready, okay for it, they gave it to you. But if you steal, the method you use to eat and enjoy the chocolate is wrong. So that's what he means here. Use the right means. When did the speaker think of this? When the South African delegates made personal attacks and Mrs. Pandit reacted or retaliated in a similar manner. When she was arguing with them, fighting with them, hurling words with them, at them, that's when she felt this. Thank you, students.